Round two. Fight! Round two. Fight! Round
What up, what up, what up? We testing it out, making sure we got sound straight. All right. Yo. Burn the damn chat up. What's going on? Let's see if the soundboard working. Okay, soundboard is good. Let's check a couple others. All right, we good.
fight!
We good. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, can everybody hear me okay? What's going on? Woo! We got one hell of a show today. I want to get all set up. We want to unpack a lot. It's going down. I see everybody tuning in. We got a lot tuning in from Twitch. I see you lurking. We are on multiple platforms. We are streaming vertical and landscape. Okay? Both. We are now expanding the platform. We're going further. Want to hear anything else? March 1st, 2026. You could be anywhere else in the world. You're here with your boy. Dap me up. Hairy knuckles and all. Sorry if I messed up the camera. All right? We got the soundboard going. Mikey, what's going on, Mikey? I see you. Dap me up, hairy knuckles and all, Mikey. Okay? I don't know what you're doing, Mikey, right now, but you came to the perfect place. Now, before I give the whole entire breakdown, we have a very strict schedule on our show. A lot of great topics to get through. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the show. Now, you should be seeing everything on screen just fine. All right? I don't have things directly in front of me, but I want to get everything, looking good. So let me know if you have any problems. I do have the chat here, so I should be able to see everything. All right? So this is Gaming Gone Wild. For those who do not know, Gaming Gone Wild is where we cover recent video game crimes. I feel like it does not get covered enough. We see a lot of national news on everything else, and video games only makes national coverage when it favors certain parties or certain agendas. Let's just say that. Well, here we talk about every crime. Does not matter where from, how it happened. We just want to get to the bottom of the crime and take it from a video game angle. So, without further ado, we begin with Gaming Gone Wild. Okay, everybody should be seeing what's on screen here. I want to get set up so I can be set for you. Okay? So, anybody, let me know at any point if anything is off, if sound is off. Andrea, how are you doing, Andrea? Thank you. Good to see you. A lot of people in the chat. I'm trying to get to. We got different chats here. We also have TikTok, which I'm going to get TikTok Live Monitor up because I want to be able to have TikTok here as well. Okay? This is an exciting one of gaming going wild. You see a lot of what's on screen right now. So, without further ado, I just want to get straight into it. 3 men have been arrested in San Antonio after police say they carried out an armed robbery at a spin-to-win game room and fired a gun inside the business while customers were present. Now, according to San Antonio Police Department, the robbery happened around 6:40 a.m. on February 23rd, 2026 at the Spin to Win located at 5205 Fredericksburg Road. Okay? Now, that's on the city's northwest side for those who do not know. Police say 2 masked men dressed in black entered the establishment armed with firearms and demanded money from employees. At the time of the robbery, there were 4 customers and 2 employees inside, including a cashier and an on-site security guard that you see on screen right now. Authorities say one of the suspects fired a shot inside the building during the incident. Now, investigators state the shot was fired toward a rear restroom door. And after one person ran inside and refused to come out, no one was struck, luckily. But it could have been close because this person tried to run away during that time. So this is just for people who think of running away while these crimes are happening. Now, police say the suspects took approximately $15,000 from the cash register. That's a lot of money. Authorities also say the suspects took a firearm belonging to the security guard before fleeing the scene in a dark-colored Dodge Charger driven by a third individual. Within 45 minutes, officers stopped a vehicle matching that description. Inside, police detained 3 individuals and recovered the stolen cash register, multiple firearms, backpacks, and the full amount of stolen cash. Not a penny missing. So the suspects were identified as 24-year-old Zachary Patton, 31-year-old Shandon Campbell, and 21-year-old Deshaun Bratton. All 3 were booked on aggravated robbery charges. Investigators later announced that a 4th person was also arrested in connection with the case. Police identified that individual as 32-year-old Riondo Lozelle Murphy, who was employed as a security guard at the game room. Go figure, an inside man. So, according to this arrest affidavit, 2 of the suspects told investigators that Murphy helped plan the robbery. Police say call logs allegedly show communication between Murphy and the suspects prior to the incident, and investigators allege he advised them on what it would be, a good time to target the business. So, having the inside scoop on the business allowed him to be able to say, hey guys, this is the best time to come in and rob the joint. Murphy and the 3 other suspects are facing multiple armed robbery related charges. Now, it's not immediately clear whether he has retained legal representation or not. But the owner of the business has stated that all of the stolen money was recovered and said that he wanted customers to know the establishment remains open and operating. The case still remains active, though. I want everybody to know that, and additional details may emerge as it moves through the court system, and we will continue to cover those details. All right? And we want to go ahead and move on to the next story. I want to thank everybody for being here. Hey, Jesus, good to have you here. Everybody in the Twitch chat, I have the TikTok chat. Some chats are switched, so I may not be able to see your chat right away. Right away, and I do apologize for that. But this is crazy. This is not the first gaming room that's been, robbed in the past. I want to say in a 3-month span, we probably covered dozens of these. It seems to be a trend. These are places that don't have a lot of security, and these individuals can see as easy targets. A lot of money, $15,000. And being that they had an inside man, they knew how much was in there. they knew before they make their drops. It's something that you're starting to see more and more. Okay. Without further ado, if you're here, I see a lot of people tuning in from different platforms. If you can, hit the like, share out the content, helps the platform very much. I thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Okay, you should be seeing everything on screen properly. Let me know if anything does show off on screen. You should be seeing vertical and landscape correctly. Now, this one, of course, we get a little dark here, okay? But I want you to go with me. An Alabama man has been arrested after investigators say he used the online gaming platform Roblox to target a teenage girl in Louisiana. Now, he pressured her into sending illegal images and encouraging self-harm. Now, authorities identified the suspect as 24-year-old Landon Westfall of Athens, Alabama. He was arrested on February 9th, 2026, following a joint investigation by, and I hope I pronounced this correctly, the LaFourche Parish Sheriff's Office. The FBI's Birmingham field office as well helped with the Limestone County Sheriff's Office. It was a joint effort. According to the investigators, the case began in late October of 2025 after detectives learned a teenage girl had been sent illegal images to Westfall. Authorities say the two first connected through Roblox in 2023, and they allege their communication later moved to other platforms, including phone conversations and video calls. The sheriff's office says Westfall became verbally abusive and pressured the teen to harm herself. They also allege he encouraged her to injure herself as a show of loyalty and urged her to take her own life on two separate occasions. Authorities confirmed the teenage victim did not do so and is still alive right now. Westfall was booked into I'm not sure to pronounce this again. I want to get this correct. I think it's the LaFourche Parish Jail on 278 total damn counts. Those include 2 counts of criminal assistance to suicide, 261 counts of indecent behavior with an underage person, and 15 counts related to CSAM. His bond has been set to $750,000. And for those who know 10% of that, $7,500. Somebody has to pay that in order for him to get out on bond. The fact that he has a bond is kind of wild. Okay? Investigators say the FBI is now reviewing whether the alleged conduct crossed state lines and whether federal charges will be filed. Authorities have also stated Westfall admitted to engaging in similar behavior with prior interactions. Investigators are right now working to determine whether there are additional victims who can come forward and speak up. And I know what everybody's thinking. And yes, Roblox released a statement, believe it or not. I'm going to go ahead and get to it. So, Roblox released a statement saying it is deeply troubled by the allegations and is committed to cooperating with law enforcement. The company says it has multiple safety measures in place right now, including chat filters designed to limit sharing, and a lot of personal contact information should not be shared between individuals anymore. And there's also global age checks. They have that because they intend to reduce contact between adults and minors. Roblox also stated that no system is perfect and that they continue to strengthen their protections to this day. Law enforcement officials are using the case as a warning to parents, and you have the sheriff's office now urging families to actively monitor their children's online activity. That's something we've been saying here a long time, including gaming platforms, connected accounts, and everything. Discord, all of that. You need to dig in deep. If convicted on every count, this is the great part, okay? If convicted on every count, Westfall could face totaling of a drum roll, 2,000 years under Louisiana law. Yes, that is no understatement. 2,000 years. The investigation remains active and additional updates are expected. We will bring them as the case moves forward. This is crazy to think that someone could actually see 2,000 years on a sentence. You might as well say multiple life sentences. Holy smokes. Well, I don't know how everyone else feels, but I think you should watch your children's activity, especially teens. If your teen is rebellious, they may start reaching out to other people, trying to connect with other people. And you need to make sure that they're not speaking on Discord, doing video chats behind your back, and it may lead to something like this, and we don't want that, okay? Now, without further ado, we got a tight schedule, guys. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We got a lot of people tuning in right now from all platforms. If you can, please share out the content and hit out a like. I'll dap you up for that. It really helps out a lot, guys, and I really appreciate that, okay? We're going to go ahead and move on to the next story. As I said, we got a tight schedule, all right? Everybody should be seeing everything on screen. I try to have all the visuals correct. If you do have any visual incorrect, please type in the chat and let us know so we can go ahead and correct that. All right? I do want to say in the chat before I move on what's going on to Shane, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. For those who do not know, well, Shane, when you come out here to the USA, a lot of people don't know. I've seen a lot of fans here. I love it. I love meeting people. So if you do come, you know, if you're out of the country and you come to the States, or if you're in the States and you're somewhere where I'm around, be great to meet you. DJ C Money is in the building. That is our manager. Good to see you there, DJ C Money. He kind of runs the show in the back end. We want to give you the props. DJ C Money, good to see you. Now, without further ado, we do want to go ahead and get to the show and continue on, all right? This one is very interesting because it involves what we've been talking about just a moment ago with thefts, and now we're getting raids. It happens on both fronts with a lot of these establishments. But nonetheless, let's get to the story. Florida authorities are calling this right here the largest illegal gambling crackdown of its kind in the state. That is no understatement, okay? I'm going to repeat it for those who didn't hear in the back. Florida authorities are calling this its largest illegal gambling crackdown of its kind in the state. That is pretty major. Now, Florida Attorney General, I want to get to, and I want to pronounce the name correctly. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. Let me make sure I get this correctly. Florida Attorney General James Youthmeyer announced the takedown of approximately 40 unlawful gambling operations across Volusia, Brevard, Duval, and Flagler counties. Duval County includes Jacksonville and the largest city of Florida. Now, I want to go ahead. This is a little bit delayed. We have a prompter and it's supposed to move along, so I do apologize. Now, according to officials, the coordinated effort resulted in the seizure of 525 gambling machines and nearly $200,000 in cash over a 48-hour period. $100,000 a day. Holy hell. Now, Uthmeyer said that the total is expected to rise as the investigation continues. The locations raided included bars, restaurants, taverns, gas stations, convenience stores, arcade-style storefronts. You name it, it had a machine in there. They went in there and they got it. Authorities described that many of them are operating like small strip mall casinos. I want everybody to think about that for a second. We think about these small strip mall casinos, and a lot of times we go, oh, you know, they're mom and pop shops, to be honest, but we can see right here they are committing crimes. All right, we got to be honest. We can't cut them slack on everything. Speaking at a news conference in Titusville, Uthmeyer said that these were not simple social gaming setups. He stated that the illegal gambling operations are often connected to broader criminal activity, including money laundering, drug trafficking, and human trafficking. Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey said investigators found that some of the machines were programmed in ways that made winning unlikely or even impossible. So they were using unregulated and deceptive practices. Officials say one of the challenges in shutting down these locations is they're operating as lawful businesses, but they also host illegal gambling houses. It's very difficult for the government to shut these places down. Lawmakers are now even considering legislation. And when that comes into play, everybody better be scared. Now, the House Bill 189 and Senate Bill 1580, that would increase penalties to felony charges for operators that have these machines. So mom and pop stores who are trying to make just a couple extra dollars to make ends meet, even to pay your rent, are now possibly facing felony charges for having these machines. Florida's 2026 legislative session is scheduled to end on March 13th, and the supporters say stronger penalties are needed to prevent operators from reopening and causing these minor consequences again. Uthmeyer emphasized that the state has legal gambling options, including licensed facilities and regulated online betting platforms, and urged residents to avoid unlicensed operations altogether, which I agree. The Florida Gaming Control Commission, they have stated that federal partners working together all participated in this crackdown. All right, it's part of a broader strategy, and that has additional enforcement actions that you're probably going to see across the state in the coming months. So we're going to see more of this shit. This is crazy, because I don't know how to feel for the mom and pop shops, and I don't know if this is really it. I don't know how I feel about this. Now, officials are encouraging residents to report suspected illegal gambling activity directly to the Florida Gaming Control Commission. So if you're at your local Chinese shop, let's say, right, and you just getting a meal, man, I want the the sweet and sour chicken combo, right? You're getting that, and you see some gambling machines right there. It's possible those are illegal gambling machines, and the government wants you to report that. May not hurt you at all, but reporting that could possibly get the business to face felony charges for this. So this investigation remains ongoing. Now, authorities will have further updates as well, but will release updates and additional evidence as it is processed and it comes to us. This is nasty work on all fronts. On all fronts. It's just, I don't know how to feel either for the government or the mom and pop business. This is disgusting. Let's move on to the next story, man. We're on a tight schedule, like I said. And we got more people tuning in. I see a lot more tuning in. We have some on TikTok. Everybody out there, thank you for tuning in. Hit the like, dap me up, share out the content, and we're going to continue on. I do see also on X. We have a couple on X there. If you can, also share out the content. All right? So, next story is pretty dark. And as we always like to tell the truth here, we need to get to the bottom of this story, so let's go ahead and get started. All right? A Rhode Island man has been extradited to Florida and is now facing federal charges after investigators say he used, guess what? Online gaming platforms to target and exploit a minor. So, we just talked about this with another gentleman. Well, this gentleman is Justin Atkins. He is 29 years old from West Warwick, Rhode Island. He is facing 15 federal felony charges related to alleged exploitation of an underage person. Authorities say the investigation revealed a pattern of grooming, manipulation, and coercion. This all unfolded across state lines, which makes it really start getting tricky when you get into charges. According to the investigators, Atkins initially made contact with the minor through online gaming platforms back in 2024. Authorities allege the communication later moved to private messages and applications where conversations were deleted a lot more easily. So he was able to hide these things, and so was the other individual. Prosecutors say Atkins sent digital gaming currency to the child, mailed a new phone, facilitated private communication. Okay, this is a lot of dark things that's going on in private. Also, what's alleged is that he encouraged the production and sharing of CSAM. Also, manipulated the victim into believing they were in a romantic relationship, despite knowing the child's age the entire time. So damn dark. Authorities say when the minor attempted to end the contact, the suspect escalated to extortion, tried to get in some sort of effort to maintain control. Investigators also stated Atkins attempted to delete communications to conceal his actions. A significant volume of alleged illegal material was connected to the suspect's online account, so there was no dodging it. Atkins is currently, right now, being held in Florida as this federal case moves forward. And I'm going to let you know, Atkins, in jail, people like you, they want to make an example. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen a guy, nonetheless. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer issued a warning following the arrest on this same case as well. And it seems to be a following trend to urge parents to be alert of what is happening with your children. I don't know how we get control of this, but it is disgusting. I have children, guys, okay? They get on these platforms, and I know my children probably did some dirty shit, and guess what? I bust them out a couple times. Yeah. And now you get shook. Yeah, you don't know how you're going to do it. Yeah, I get right in there. I got all of it. It's how you got to be. Because it's dark out here. You can't trust the next individual. Okay? My apologies, because I got a little off there. But it gets personal to these things. Greg Schiller, who is the CEO of Child Rescue Coalition, weighed in on this case. Beautiful. Okay? Now, he stated that child exploitation online has reached epidemic levels across all platforms, websites, and apps. Epidemic. So it's reached an all-time high. It has not been any higher at any point, and I may have to agree. It's every single connection you can have to a child without someone knowing, because you're hiding it through the disguise of a profile, a character, an avatar. Now, Schiller and other experts warn, damn it, what the hell? I need a drink. That's what it is. It's just too much. Oh, that's so much better. Thank Lord. Okay. Schiller and other experts warn that emerging technology, including generative artificial intelligence tools, is now being used in these extortion schemes. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of manipulation, alter images, things that can be used to threaten and blackmail a lot of different, not only the individuals who are committing these crimes, but these individuals who are committing the crimes are also using it against the children. So it's a dark circle that law enforcement is trying to get in front of. Law enforcement officials also are emphasizing that parents and guardians remain the first line of defense. They recommend knowing which platforms your children are using, understanding how private messaging features work within gaming environments, maintaining open communication with your children regularly, okay? All the time, you might as well say, reviewing privacy settings and contact list. This case here is an active case, okay? It's going to keep going. It's going through its federal proceedings right now as we speak. Investigators say additional information may be released, and you may see it as it moves through the court system, okay? Another dark one. I don't even want to be on this any further. I apologize. I see in the chat here, I want to get up in the chat. I want to send a big shout out. The Dominicana mama, shout out to the ladies. We definitely want to shout out to the women here. Big shout out to Ab, all the way on Twitch. Good to see you. Twitch family, what's up, man? Ab, good to see you. Without further ado, that is gaming gone. Wow. Okay, everybody should see it on screen. Hopefully this is good, and we're gonna try to move on and keep the Stream Deck going. So here we go, Stream Deck buttons, move on to the next one. Okay, wow, okay, so far so good. Okay, this one I wanted to talk about this because I was watching some of this last night. Very interesting topic, I must say. You know, as you're watching stuff late at night, It's great, man. You get to unpack a lot of things. And this one right here, Gamer Nexus. What sound do I got for you, Gamer Nexus? Beautifully done, Gamer Nexus. Is it Gamers Nexus? I don't even know how to pronounce it. It don't even matter. Just type up Gamer Nexus. Gamers Nexus. It don't even matter. My dog coming up. Okay? But I want to go ahead and talk about what actually this story is about. And I want everybody to go check the video, okay? I don't have it linked right now, so maybe afterwards I'll link the video. You know, it just depends because you got to wait for the live event and all that. But still, I want everybody to just look up Gamers Next and check out the video. But I'm going to break the story down because there's more to it, okay? Let's go ahead and make sure we have everything set up properly. All right, there we go. Everybody in the chat, I see if you can right now. Thank everybody. If you can like and share out the content. Let's get to it. All right. I see you in the chat. A police raid in London over discarded Sega development kits is now raising concerns, go figure, about corporate responsibility. Now, it also makes you think about law enforcement's overreach when they get into this damn shit and the future of video game preservation. All in one. In 2025, yes, just last year, London police raided the home of Darius Khan, a scrap reseller who purchased what he believed to be discarded Sega hardware from a waste export yard, okay? Officers seized development consoles, cartridges, and prototypes. That wasn't it. They also arrested Khan on allegations ranging from money laundering to intellectual property crimes. But months later, go figure, no former charges were filed. So how did this happen, you may ask? And I know everybody's wondering that. And that's what he got into and we'll unpack, all right? So, according to the reporting by Gamers Nexus, Sega Europe relocated offices and hired a contractor, Waste to Wonder. Now, they hired them to clear out electronic equipment. That contractor allegedly subcontracted the removal. Go figure. The development kits and cartridges, some tied to Nintendo hardware, go figure, again, ended up at a scrapyard. So, Khan purchased the lot in what he maintains was a legitimate transaction, and he's done many of these in the past. These items were later listed publicly for auction, okay? They're drawing the interest from the Video Game Preservation Museum in London, right? The museum reportedly raised over $60,000 to acquire the hardware for archival purposes. They raised a lot of money for it. Shortly after, everything happened. What do you know? Police arrived at Khan's home at 7 a.m. with approximately 10 officers like, hey, Khan, stand your ass up. The hardware was confiscated. Khan says he was interrogated for hours and pressured to a police interrogation, effectively admitting his wrongdoing, which he declined. But they kind of forced him into it, is what he's stating. Now, where's the story, it gets interesting, okay? Or let's just say it better, because I don't think that word. Here where the story becomes complicated. I think that's the better word for it, okay? During this investigation, Gamers Nexus obtained internal emails from Waste to Wonder that appear to suggest potential corporate mismanagement. The documents reference chain of custody concerns and advise against publicly blaming Sega. But they're doing this while framing the issue as a subcontractor problem. How do you do that? I don't know. But the reporting highlights connections between major game publishers and the UK's Intellectual Property Crime Unit. The UK Interactive Entertainment Association, which includes companies like Sega and Nintendo, works alongside law enforcement on IP enforcement matters. A private investigator firm reportedly linked to Nintendo was also involved in surveillance related to the case. A bunch of different officers and people in suits, all on the case. For what? Big money. Police have stated that an that an investigation into possession of criminal property is still ongoing and that no third parties involved are getting, or excuse me, no third parties were involved when they were executing that warrant. However, go figure, there's a however, and like I said, things get complicated. Correspondence obtained by Gamer Nexus says what? It indicates that Sega representatives and private investigators referenced in relation to the warrant process a lot of the same shit. So how did that happen? So at the center of all this controversy is a core legal question. Were the items stolen or were they just negligently discarded? That's the best way to say it. Because it's possible if businesses improperly dispose of the hardware, are we to blame when we obtain the said improper disposal? That's a great question. I don't think we are. I'm gonna ask you guys, are we responsible for that? A business improperly discards something. I'll give you an example. You have a fast food restaurant that improperly discards something, and you have a homeless guy come by and says, wow, I found 50 bags of frozen chicken nuggets. He takes those. He says, I'm gonna make a killing on the streets, and he sells them. He then gets charged because you're selling McDonald's chicken nuggets on the street. Like, how does that work? I don't know. Now, I'm going to say this. If the hardware was improperly disposed by Sega's contractors, liability shifts significantly to Sega. Bottom line, that's the way I feel. I don't care how everybody else feels. That's it. Bottom line, that's just morally right. If you messed up, it is your fault. That is morally right. You don't hold anybody afterwards to anything. So Sega, you got to eat that. That's what we say. All right? But purchasing discarded goods in good faith is not a criminal act by any means. So if I purchase something and let's say the whole lot was stolen, but I purchased it in good faith and had no idea it was stolen, you cannot charge me for stolen goods. Bottom line. My bad, y'all. I'm starting to rage. So if the items were stolen before reaching the scrapyard, then that changes everything. If the items were stolen before it got to the scrapyard, we talking a whole new ball game. It might be some people liable. You might see some people going to jail or some other. I'm gonna just keep it real. That's y'all fault. But I hope not. I hope that's not the case. I don't want anybody going to jail over this. I really think this is an improper disposal situation. So the preservation community is now watching this very closely because development kits and prototypes, they represent a lot of the historical artifacts in gaming right now, especially in the museums, right? That hold a lot of these archival databases or even physical hardware, a lot of these games. So what happens to those if they have source code, if they have dev kits, if they have these sort of things, how they obtained it? Will that come into play later on? Many preservationists already argue that corporate destruction of this legacy hardware is already showing that they're being attacked. So people need to fight back. I'm going to say everybody needs to pitch together dollars and go against the corporate system. You need to be at your local town halls. You need to be voting. Okay, I know all that shit might sound lame, but you need to get out there and do that because this is a serious matter. And next thing you know, you're going to be not having any control of your games, not being able to keep your games. And even if you have like an arcade system with a bunch of games on it, they're going to say, oh, that's illegal. Going to jail. Like, it's going to turn into that. Okay, so I don't want people to get hurt, arrested. My advice, and I thank you Gamers Nexus for breaking a lot of this down, and there's a lot more to unpack with this, and I want everybody to watch the full video. But it's just amazing how when it comes to corporations and big money, Nintendo, Sega, Sony, Microsoft, it does not matter. When it comes to big money, you see them partner up together good. Or if it's big money they're taking away from each other, they're They fighting. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand how Nintendo can now partner up and say, hey guys, let's go ahead and tackle this for big money. Like, no. Fuck no. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. Now, we got a hell of a show to move through. I can't be on this too much longer. Everybody, go check out the video. It is an exciting video. All right. Without further ado, let's get on to the next one. We have a lot more tuning in for multiple platforms. I would love you to share out the content, please, and hit the like. I thank you so much. Dap me up, hairy knuckles and all. I'd say my knuckles hairy as shit. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Hopefully, we got the stream deck right and everything for you guys. I do all this for you guys. Okay, I try to have it all good. Okay, now there we go. Okay, this one seems to be good. It seems to be everything all right. Okay. So this one's not going to be too, I might be on my old ass horse here. I might be. But I want to hear everybody else's take on this. I want to know how everybody else feels. I want to talk about a very serious argument to me. And I think others might disagree. But I think the serious argument to be made, hands down, is that the golden era of gaming is PlayStation 2, Xbox, and the Nintendo GameCube. Anybody want to fight me on that? Anybody want to talk about that? Okay, I can go on multiple levels. So if anybody has anything to say, I'm just going to break it down now. So you're going to get shut down even before you start talking. Okay? You're going to get shut down. I want you to say something because you're going to get shut down. It is the hands down the golden era of gaming, the best era of gaming. It had everything better than everything. It was no other generation of gaming. Some refer to it as I believe it's the 6th generation of gaming. Every single console had something innovative, held weight, and stood on its own. Let me just unpack it, because I want somebody to debate me on this. I really wish. Okay, tell me another one. I want somebody to say, oh, the PlayStation 3. And yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one you point. You know what you also got? DLC. You're paying for. Let's start. Hey, hold up. Let me break them down slowly, y'all. I know how I did them. I hit them with the DLC. I started too early. I was supposed to save that one, Nick. You were supposed to save that. My bad, y'all. Okay, let's break down each system. Because as I work through each system, y'all gonna feel me and you're gonna be like, I understand. First of all, the PlayStation 2 remains to this day the best-selling console of all damn time. What is it, 160 million units sold worldwide? That ain't no, oh gosh, it's nostalgia, bro. Oh gosh, people just buy it. Hell no. Okay, we can talk about all these other. This is a documented fact that Sony ran the shit. Okay, PS2 didn't win the generation; it won forever. The PS2 won forever. Okay, 160 million units sold worldwide. Hope I'm not wrong on that number, but it single-handedly dominated the industry. Okay. That's the PlayStation 2. We're gonna break it down. I can get into the games. I can get into the other stuff. I'm not gonna just do you too bad. I'm gonna work you in slow. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's shift to Xbox. Okay. Let's shift to Xbox. Microsoft launched Xbox Live in November of 2002. Now, this is exactly 1 year after the original Xbox released. Okay. 1 year after the original Xbox. So I want everybody to think about that, okay? Online gaming existed before that. It did. I don't want to act like I'm just saying, oh, it started. No, I'm not saying that. So chill out, okay? But Xbox Live, we all know standardized online gaming. If anybody got to debate that, you're lying. Xbox Live standardized gaming. Every single platform to this day is trying to mimic what Xbox Live has done with online gaming. You think I'm lying? Debate me on it. Tell me another gaming platform that mastered it like Xbox and everybody else followed. We know it became the standard. And they mastered it when it came to this gaming generation. They mastered it. So I don't want to hear no debate on that. Voice chat. Voice chat, that's all we talk about today. Some of the best clips are made through voice chat. It's flat out, I'm right. Matchmaking. Oh, we gonna talk about matchmaking? We gonna talk, hey, look, I seen everybody shut up who was saying something. Hold up, let me get to the chat, make sure anybody's saying that, okay? Making sure everybody, okay? Nate Mo, 360 era. 360 era was great. Now, look. Nate Mo, I'm with you. 360 era was great, man. It was great, man. I had a PlayStation 3. You know what I'm saying? I was playing God of War. It was beautiful. You know what I ain't like, Nate Mo? I ain't like that they started releasing games like Left 4 Dead 2, right? Which you knew was really an add-on to Left 4 Dead, but they was able to do that. They started getting us. Oh, DLC. What happened? Oh, they putting characters behind DLC? Huh? What's going on? Oh, they start charging? Oh, no, we can't do this. We can't do this. Back in the Xbox, you know, we ain't had that. When you cut on Halo, you got Halo. By the way, it wasn't no day one pack. Hold on, let me break this down. I got to slow it up. I know I did it. My bad, y'all. My bad. I did that. Okay? But we all know Xbox Live killed it. A unified service. Unified, it brought everybody together. You could have a cousin in Atlanta. Shout out to Cuzzo. Okay? You can have family anywhere. Man, I don't even call my family, but when we hook up on Xbox Live, we talk all night. I don't even remember your phone number, but I know your gamer tag. It's real life. That's what Xbox did. I don't mean to get too much, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm too passionate. Maybe I should stop. Sorry. I'm speaking too much facts. That's what 6ix9ine said. Too much facts. You're right, 6ix9ine. They don't want too much facts. I need to slow up. That is too much facts. But let's speak about the GameCube, because I went too far with the Xbox. Let's speak about the GameCube. I want to hear. Now, first of all, I want to miss the chat. I want to see when okay. Unreal Tournament. Multiplayer gaming. Halo. Unreal Tournament. Some of the best multiplayer gaming. My bad. Let's get the GameCube. Let's unpack it. Okay? GameCube sold roughly, I think, 22 million units worldwide. Roughly. It might have been like, it's 21 point something. I ain't getting into all that. But way less than PS2, Xbox, and all that. So we ain't gonna act like GameCube was just, oh man, everybody had it in their home. No. Okay? Everybody didn't have it in their home. I wound up getting one somehow, some way. I think I want to say my nephew had one. And I was just, at the time staying with moms or something, struggle. You know what I'm saying? When you're a young buck, you know what I'm saying? None of that. The sales numbers don't always represent what trends get set by systems. And the GameCube era, it cemented couch co-op culture to me. There were a lot of party games that were made around that time. And it didn't win the sales war, but it won a lot of loyalty. Yes, it is third place out of all these systems. I'm not going to go ahead and act like GameCube was just a deal breaker, okay? I'm not, but they had some very innovative things. The controller was very innovative. Some of those games were very innovative. A lot of people don't want to give it its credit. So I want to give the GameCube its credit. But let's go ahead and get into it, okay? I got a bunch of bullet points, and I'm going to shut down anything. Hold up. Let me get to chat, because I got to make sure they don't be missing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making, I'm unpacking it. Hold on. Let me pull up TikTok in front of me, too, because I got the TikTok live monitor. I'm tripping on my Scottie Pippen. I don't know if y'all said something, okay? Top Shifty. I don't know if you said something, but I could, okay? This era was the last time you seen massive commercial scale, launch designs. I didn't see this, massive rollout in stores, grocery stores, all that. You see it kind of now, but it's not the same as it used to be. It was you seen things existed differently, and at that time, it all shifted to gaming, bro. You had these service models, these live roadmaps for online. I cannot explain how great this era was. And during this generation, you had major franchises that started. Grand Theft Auto was a big one that moved fully into its prime during this time. Everybody knows Grand Theft Auto 3 became what it... Oh, hold on. I'll make sure I mute my mic. Grand Theft Auto became what it is today during that gaming era. There we go, another one. I shut everybody up. Hold up. Anybody say nothing? Grand Theft Auto? Anybody? Okay. Definitely, I'm with you. I'm with you with the 64 of a GameCube. That's why GameCube is a third. Okay, that's what GameCube's a third. Leave that. But during this generation, I'm telling you, okay, Grand Theft Auto held it down. I went and bought a PlayStation 2 simply for Grand Theft Auto 3. Shout out to Bruno and the bogus, got me through. You know what I mean? Hey, we did what we had to do, man. We got our money up, okay? But I got the PlayStation 2, and I got Grand Theft Auto 3, and I never forget, it was some of the most beautiful moments of my life of gaming. I want to say a couple other things. So I want to move on. We do got a very impactful show, and I got to get to dude. I got the munchies and all type of shit, right? But no day one patch downloads. That was one of the biggest things to me, bro. Like, I feel like right after that generation, so right after the 360 generation, for example, right? We talked about how great it was, PlayStation 3, and it was great. But you started seeing games have day one patches. Okay, you started seeing it. I want to say it was that generation. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it was that generation where you were able to like get a game and you put it in your system and you like, what? I got to download, or it had to connect to online at some point. Microsoft never pushed the full online only, which bombed and tanked their conference when the system was being released. But I will say they kind of still did it through things like this. So I would just say that era to me, it brought day one patches. So I can't give it props. Okay, but the 6th generation, you ain't have to worry about no day one patch. You got your game. It was no season passes announced. You didn't have to know. You got your game, you played it, you kept playing, and that was it. Okay? If a game was broken, it was broken. That was it. You bought the game, everybody complained about it. They wrote on the articles, the shit broken 1 out of 10. Like, that was it. It was very simple. Shit broken 1 out of 10, boom. We had broken games. It was great. Goat Simulator. It was Goat Simulator, 10 out of 10. Broken piece of shit. Like, sometimes it worked. Okay? That's how it was. You didn't get the, oh, man, please patch it. Oh, I need a patch. Oh, please patch me up. No, it wasn't no patch me up. You were done. Okay? And I'm going to just go ahead because I got to move on. But I do feel like there's also something to the hardware identity. I feel like the hardware identity has been the same since those generations of systems. I feel like nothing has changed since then. Before then, so let's go ahead and unpack a generation before. What was a generation before? Everybody, and I left out the Dreamcast. I should talk about the Sega Dream. Hold on. How could I ever? We got to stop the whole damn show. Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast, first system to create a memory card that actually allowed you to do something on the memory card physically. Not just while you in the options on the software when you got the game on. You can be on the bus, the city bus, riding to work, playing the memory card. You can be playing NFL 2K. Your homie trying to watch what play you pick. Oh, I'm watching. You go ahead and say, I got him. You pick your play on the memory card. The Dreamcast was so far ahead of its time, it's nothing nice. But of course, with no protection. I was one that was also copying games at that time. I'm sorry, I was. I was a little kid, young kid. I couldn't afford games. All right? A little different. But I couldn't afford games at that time. Okay? But Sega Dreamcast ahead of its time. But all the identities were the same. Before you have the PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1, I do believe, set a controller standard. Right? The same as some people might say, the Xbox set a controller standard. Yes, the Xbox set a controller standard for the 6th generation. Okay? Yes, it did. And some people can say, I'm more like a Sony controller, I'm more like an Xbox, but I'm sorry. Xbox has set a standard for controllers. You notice Xbox has stayed the same kind of with the online way and the way it runs Xbox Live. It still seems to be the main one to go to. Sony still seems to talk about its single player games. You still see certain titles being forecasted to the top, right? You still see Nintendo innovating through things like GameCube, Wii. They came out with Wii U. It was innovation, but, kind of feel like the GameCube. You got the Switch. You got, the innovation continues. I feel like this 6th generation set the tone now that you still see today. There's a lot of things that happen. So, we're not going to go ahead and talk everybody's ear off because we got to go ahead and get on to the next topic. But I want to know how you feel. How do y'all feel? Do you feel like the 6th generation is the golden era of gaming? Hands down, there is no better era. Era. Excuse me. I want to say error. All right. Era. All right. Do you think there's any better one? I think it's the golden era of gaming. Hands down. There is no better one. And if you have a better one, point it out. Tell me. Debate me on it. There will be something I will shut down. I guarantee it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for one of the best segments that everybody loves. If you are a stoner with a left-hand cigarette, you will love this topic. If you have an inner fat boy like myself, you're going to love this topic. If you a person that just never cook at home, you say, man, I ain't got no cooking skills. But guess what I do get? Bankroll, bitch! Then you're a person that's probably going to love this. Without further ado, y'all, we got, dude, I got the munchies. This is a gaming / food topic. It's really about food. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hungry as shit, and I got to bring up food a lot of times. It's just me. But we want to talk about new food that's coming to you, whether it's in the grocery stores, whether it's fast food. You don't know what you might see. It might be just something food related, but one thing or other, it does great. People want to know about food, and we all love it. So, without further ado, let's get to, dude, I got the munchies. Hold up. I want to make sure I get this right when I hit the button. Yeah, boy, I got it, yeah. Now I got the Stream Deck. That's why I was a little happy, okay? Because the Stream Deck, you got to make sure everything's switched properly. Vertical and landscape should both see me correctly, okay? But yeah, you see this on screen. Let's go ahead and get to it. Yes, what you see is real. Ohio has officially entered the nastiest food that you could ever see in the world Olympics, okay? Like they entered the throw up in your mouth food contest right here because this is disgusting. Great Wolf Lodge is selling a ranch milkshake nationwide from March 5th through March 20th. And yes, it's vanilla ice cream blended with real ranch dressing. It's topped with crispy chicken, carrots, celery, whipped cream, and finished with a sweet and salty lime rim. Okay? This is because on March 10th, it's going to be National Ranch Day. And when you see this hit, you're going to see it for $3.10, okay? This is disgusting on so many levels. I want to see people try it. I want you to tell me how it tastes. If you've ever had a ranch milkshake in your life, can you please tell? I dare you, okay, to sip this through a straw. I dare you, okay? I double dog dare. I triple dog dare you. I promise you, anybody here in the chat right now drink this. You know what? I'll go ahead and give you what, you want a free Steam key? Or something from Top Notch Game? You want the new Resident Evil? Like, I got you. Go ahead and show me right now. You got one that you sipping this? Nah, I ain't playing. I'm drop that. Drop that. I'm lying. I said it right after. You know when you make a bet and you say you're lying right after, it don't count. Don't count. Nobody got to do it. I said I'm lying. All right? But let's go ahead and move on to the next one before I throw up in my mouth. Okay? Oh, gosh. My stomach start hurting. All right. Burger King is now upgrading its Whopper after customers complained that their burgers was showing up looking like Smush Parker. They was squishy. Okay? People was, you know what I'm saying, like a little SpongeBob Krabby Patty for real. That's what they were saying. It wasn't just me. But the chain is now rolling out a premium bun, creamier mayo, and switching from a bag to a cardboard box because they want to keep it intact. All right? And guess what? The prices aren't going up. That's beautiful. Franchises are reportedly absorbing a $4,000 a year per location loss. They're taking $4,000 a year. They are losing because they want to make this happen. What Burger King is saying is that the Whopper is getting a retransformation. Okay? And you're going to see it right before your eyes. I'm telling you, Burger King, if you screw up the Whopper, I am going to be so mad. All you need to do is keep the Whopper intact, but the bun, I do agree, and the creamier mayo. I think you're spot on with the bun and some other things. But I do love the Whopper, so I don't know what they're going to do. But the bun, I ain't going to lie, they probably could change the bun. So what do you suggest? Well, I want to know what everybody else suggests. What do you suggest Burger King should do in that situation? I say the bun. Okay, I say the bun. we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, I hope I got this right because I was on. Hold on. Okay, got it right. Boom. Okay. I know a couple people was waiting for this. A couple people was waiting for it to hit. Some people seen the and yo, before I go on, I want to say Burger King was also rolling out some other shit. I ain't want to talk about it because I could have talked about it, but Burger King, because I had it up here, Burger King is actually rolling out AI, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Burger King is going to have AI to the point, not for us customers, but for the employees. So they're going to be judged on the interactions they have with us. So imagine being a Burger King employee. Just imagine this. You're a Burger King employee and you just working. And next thing you know, AI gives you 5 infractions at the end of the day. It was like a customer said that they were unhappy with their last burger. And then you gave them another burger, but that wasn't the problem. You didn't emphasize or apologize, right? Like AI can do shit like that. And then you get punished for just not emphasizing and apologizing. You got everything right. The customer was happy, but that don't matter. AI tagged you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that shit. So for all the Burger King folks out there, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this even got to happen to y'all. I got to holler at my dude at Burger King, man. I know him. Shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And then also Burger King doing big things with, I think, I don't know if it's the NHL or another hockey league, but everybody wearing Burger King. So McDonald's, watch out, right? But nonetheless, let's get to what we have on screen right now, which is the Big Arch. Got to talk about it because we all seen the CEO video where he looked disgusted. The CEO looked like that shit was toxic when he was holding it. He shared the burger, the project. This is one of our projects that is the tastiest of the sloppy. Okay, the tastiest of the sloppy that I eat. My stomach cannot grumble the way it has before without tasting. Like, it was very weird the way he was talking. But nonetheless, McDonald's is finally bringing the Big Arch Burger to the U.S., stating March 3rd is the date. Now, this is after testing it internationally, as you heard the CEO say very strangely as the way he was saying it. I don't get it. But it features 2 quarter-pound patties, 3 slices of white cheddar, and I said cheddar, I put the A on it, I didn't say cheddar, okay? Lettuce, pickles, crispy and slivered onions, sesame poppy bun, and a new Big Arch sauce blending mustard, pickle, and sweet tomato flavors, which everybody's wondering how this is going to taste. I'm curious how we are fat people here in the States. I can say it ourselves. So I want to see y'all go crazy and tell me how this tastes. McDonald's are stating right now this is a premium build, similar to how they quarter pounder was a premium, right? Like, they got certain burgers that are premium. They are stating this is the one. This is going to be bigger than the Big Mac. They ain't say all that. I might be saying that, but they kind of saying it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I want to know how everybody feels about the Big Arch Burger. Are y'all into it? Are y'all out? What do you say? So let's go ahead and move on. Okay, now hold on. I want to get to that comment. Wendy's is already using AI to order your food in the drive-thru. Damn. So, and you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I seen one time AI work so good, and I was kind of felt bad. I felt bad. Like, you know, AI, I was saying everything, and I said it kind of weirdly. I said, I want this, blah, 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 this, and this. And I need this, and I need that, because it wasn't talking. It finished, and it was like, okay, is everything right on the screen? And I seen it changing things and adding things, and it got everything right. They put ChatGPT in the damn drive-thru monitor. Now, when I look at the drive-thru billboard, ChatGPT is telling me everything I need to know. ChatGPT, I want a number 6 supersize with the fries, with the double cheese, with the... Do you want the double cheese and the sauce? Damn. We got screwed. Now, Petrix. It tastes like a delicious microdose of coronary disease. Possibly. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I love a good high blood pressure burger. I'm not gonna lie. I might be one. I might be alone on there. Who else? I'll raise my hand. Sometimes a good high cholesterol, you know, I might need to get my pills right after burger. It's worth it. I'm just saying sometimes. Just saying sometimes. Okay. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I might got my inner fat boy too much, okay? Dunkin' is right now. I can't believe this shit. Dunkin' is testing its 48-ounce iced coffee buckets. I don't know how else to say it, bro. Like, how can you have 48? Like, this is ignorant. This is like ghetto. This ain't ignorant. This is ignorant. Okay, but let me keep professional, okay? Let me Get the professional on. Dunkin' is testing 48-ounce iced coffee buckets in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. These are literally bucket-style containers with handles, and they have long straws, and they're double the typical size you would see of an extra large. Now, the price is starting around $8.89, and some locations have already sold out. They can't keep them. Like, that's how crazy it is. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a two-handed coffee, bro. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know if I'm walking around like, hey, bro. Like, nah, that's kind of crazy. Like, if that's the case, make your coffee at home. You know what I mean? Like, you paying $10 for coffee, make your coffee at home. You can get a 16 thing of Keurig. That's a damn Keurig. That's watered down ass coffee. You get 16 of those, right? You can get 16 for like, on sale for $10 is normally probably like 18, I ain't gonna lie. But nonetheless, Dunkin', how do y'all feel about Dunkin' giving this much coffee? Would y'all drink this much coffee? You also see some other juices, some other things in there. It would be nice if they had like a nice refresher in a bucket, but they're selling out all over. So if you have not seen it at your Dunkin', maybe coming soon. Stay in tune for the date, okay? Because you might need to check it. This is only in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. So check it out, all right? Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, man, it's moving along great, too. I love the way the Stream Deck is moving. Now, it seems like there is. Now, hold on. I want to get everything with the chat up. Someone says TikTok having issues. I got you, baby. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string, okay? Now, I do have, okay, let's go ahead. We got it, all right? I think we're good. So, everybody sees on screen, which is kind of crazy for this one. Doritos is launching high-protein chips in nacho cheese flavor and sweet and tangy barbecue. Now, the new version delivers 10 grams of protein per ounce serving and rolls out at select U.S. retailers in March. They have made dairy-based protein, and they're trying to keep the same crunch and keep the same flavor all in one. This is a hard challenge. I'm very curious for people who taste this to tell me, how can we have protein Doritos? How can this work? Is it true? Does it taste just as good? So, you can tell yourself now while you're eating Doritos, I'm getting my protein, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, Doritos can be addicting. Your breath gonna be funky as hell. For everybody who do not know, there are 2 chips that will make your breath the funkiest. It's actually 3. You know what I mean? Like Doritos, funky as hell. Please have a breath mint. Okay? Doritos Cooler Ranch. Oh, hell, boy. You better get the hell out my face if you start eating some Cooler Ranch. Okay? And Fritos. I can't have your breath smelling like your feet. You know what I'm saying? Like all in one. It's just those. But Speed also has his chips, I believe, released in stores already. If not, I think it's in a couple days. So you'll see ISO Speed, flavor swap. I think it's Ruffles like barbecue and sweet and cheddar and sour cream or something mixed together. It's very weird, but I'm gonna try them. They looked good. Okay, so why not give it a shot? But will you guys try protein Doritos? It's up to y'all. All right, it's up to y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, now KFC has brought back a favorite, y'all. And I don't know, for those who know, I want to go ahead and pull up the name of this one because I don't even have the name for it. A lot of this stuff I remember, y'all. See, that's what's crazy. A lot of people don't think that, but a lot of this I be remembering off the top of my dome. I don't remember this one. I believe it was, I wanted to say that it wasn't the KFC Snacker, though, because the Snacker got the one. But this one right here is one that I had to bring up because KFC is going to be competing with Popeyes with this one. I got to say it. KFC is competing with Popeyes. Oh, they are. Here we go. Hold up. I got the name. Here we go. It is the KFC Twister. Damn, I almost had it. I was so close. Somebody could have beat me to it in the chat. The KFC Twister. I used to remember that, man. The KFC Twister was so fire. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows about the KFC Twister. Okay. Let me go ahead. I want to pull up some more information about the date. I want to have the date in front of me. Okay. The KFC Twister, for those who do not know, the KFC Twister will be released. Drum roll. No, that's not it. I don't want to bring up that one. No, that's not it. All right, March, damn it. We ain't going to go through. I'm not spending all time to try to pull up. You know what I'm saying? What time it was. We ain't doing all that, okay? You should have got it the first time. Should have got it the first time. Hold up. Okay. Damn, it's showing. I hate when stuff start pulling up afterwards. I don't want to see it. I don't. Okay, hell with that. It's coming out in March, y'all. The KFC Twister. It was, I think, 10 years ago. The KFC Twister was here. Everybody was loving it. We were eating it. We were like, hey, yay. Similar to McDonald's and the Chicken Selects. We're like, yay, oh my goodness, so fucking delicious. You know, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what the hell happened. All of a sudden, they just stopped. I remember KFC had chicken nuggets. They just stopped. Like, the KFC Twister was so delicious. Well, guess what, guys? KFC Twister is back. If you ain't seen the KFC Twister, you better look out. You are talking to big-ass crispy tenders, y'all. These ain't the normal tenders. They bringing back them crispy ones. They know Popeyes is taking over with chicken. Have y'all seen what Popeyes has been doing? Popeyes went from just a joint who had some greasy chicken and good biscuits, you know what I'm saying, to actually competing and taking over. I told y'all, my fat boy skills is real. Okay, my fat boy skills is real. So, if you love the KFC Twister, I want you to be on the lookout for this delicious piece, okay? Because you're going to have a masterpiece that has come back after 10 years. Let's go ahead and shout out KFC Twister. And without further ado, that is, dude, I got the fucking munchies. Now, hold up. I hope I got this right because it's supposed to go back. Let's see. I'm going to see if it do it. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I got it. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're switching the buttons, you got to make sure you're hitting it right. I don't want to switch one button. I throw the whole show off. You know what I mean? And everybody don't know how production works. This is a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. Okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. We got a lot of people tuning in from all kind of different platforms. A total of over 30 different people, y'all. I want y'all to go ahead and hit the like, share out the content. If you want any platform, do it for your dog. Do it for your dog, okay? Thank you, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Boom, there we go, y'all. This is Product of the Week. We switch it up. We do a lot of different things. We do Indie Game of the Week. We do Product of the Week. But this Product of the Week, hold on. I don't want you to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Y'all heard that. You weren't supposed to talk yet. I want everybody to know about the RG35XX. I even had a speech planned. I ain't going to go the whole speech. But, you know, the RG35... Hold up. Let me get it right. RG35XX. Okay? Is a wonderful damn handheld by Ambernick, y'all. Look at it right here. I got it right there. I'm going to tell you, you see Dreamcast right there. This ain't just no ordinary Game Boy, y'all. I know y'all looking at it, this Game Boy, you know what I mean? First of all, the back buttons. Y'all hear the sound of that, listen. Sound beautiful. I want y'all to see how responsive this is. Now, I ain't even got all the different emulators and games set up. But if you do, let's just push a button, okay? I'm going to push it. You see, it's just beautiful, y'all. This is beautiful. I'm not done, okay? The RG35XX Plus also has HDMI out. Y'all, you can take this, hook it up to your TV, and you can play against your homie in Street Fighter right now. Okay, on the TV. Just take it. Hey, I'm not playing. Look, it comes with, this is what it comes with. I got a cover. I got this. I got another cord. This is the actual HDMI cord in there. Okay? I almost mute myself. You can hook this up to the TV, get some Bluetooth controllers, and you and your homie right now can play Street Fighter. Y'all can play Dreamcast. Y'all can play Sony. Y'all can play Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It does not matter. This thing runs. Hold up. Let's go to a title here. What the hell? I want to go to a title that's a popular title. Shenmue, okay? So I'm going to see Shenmue, okay? That's a popular one. Do I press this button to play? No BIOS. So there's no BIOS on this thing. All right, which means if you have a BIOS, it runs better. I'm just going to hit yes. Let's see how it runs without the BIOS. I'm just going to show it to you guys. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Still running now, loading. Y'all tell me how slow that is and if it's slow and if it's janky. Do that look slow and janky to y'all? Ah, look at that. This thing is ill. This thing is ill, y'all. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. One thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have another video where I show a lot more. I can start it at any point. Just hit these two together. Booyah! I can get back to the menu. You know what I mean? I could hold down all the buttons, right, and do like a secret menu. This is amazing, bro. It's so amazing on so many levels. I can just hit any game, go back. It's so beautiful. Tools. I'm gonna stop. Nonetheless, I'm gonna put a link when I re-upload this video. It's gonna be a clip for this. If anybody's looking for it, go ahead and type it. You know, go ahead and click on it. Go ahead and grab it. I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna be disappointed. It's not much either, bro. It's not much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't much to play and get all your retro gaming and to play with your homie and hook it up to your TV and everything. Right there. You talking about no day one patches, right? Go ahead and shout out Ambernick, the RG35XX Plus. Okay. Yelson, what's going on? Dap me up. Hairy Knuckles and all. Nelson, good to see you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I said Nelson. We got Nelson. We got Yelson. Yelson, my bad, Yelson. You know what I'm saying? Yellow, hello. My bad, I'm going to try tripping. Let's go ahead and move on to the last topic, y'all, because I ain't going to go too much on this. This thing is beautiful. I play it all the time. It is a great shitter tool. It's a great, yes. So my Ebola is all over this, but then I wipe it off so it's clean. All right? So, nonetheless, let's go. I'm ignorant, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the last one. Booyah. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Choose Your Fave. For those who do not know, this is the most viewed clip segment of the podcast. Hands down. Number 2 is Gaming Gone Wild. Actually, number 2 might be Dude, I Got the Munchies. And number 3 is Gaming Gone Wild, but I might be vice versa on that, okay? So don't tell me. But this right here, this shit right here is the number 1. We have so many views, it is ridiculous by numbers. So what we do is we take 2 choices, 2 tough choices. You never know what you might see. You gotta pick. You can only pick one, and you gotta stand by your choice. You gotta hold your nuts and say, this is my choice, dog. Okay? Or hold your, you know what I mean, your chest, whatever it may be. I don't want to say anybody else. But you gotta represent. So without further ado, and hopefully all this is working good. That's why I said hopefully. You know, I'll be doing lunch. Choose your fave. Oh my goodness, that worked beautifully, y'all. That worked beautifully. Oh, y'all see it on screen. I ain't even got to say too much. Oh, I love it when the Stream Deck work like a chomp. But nonetheless, let's get to the damn thing, all right? Let's see if my soundboard working good.
Round 2.
Okay, there we go.
Fight.
Here we go, y'all. I got to ask y'all, for real, we got to have this talk. Let's be honest. We got to have this one. Which one overall is better? Which one are you rolling with? Which one are you picking? Which one are you standing by? Tamagotchi? Digimon? I can tell you I am standing by Tamagotchi. I know what some people gonna say, man, the girls was playing Tamagotchi. Oh, the girls had Tamagotchi. When Tamagotchi first came around, everybody had it. They had the cool ones for the boys, the cool ones for the girls. Like, it was everybody. It wasn't just no girl thing. Okay? And we had a lot of different ones. We was back then, you know, we Pokemon and all that stuff. Like, we was it. Okay? And later on, it became a girl thing because girls like taking care of the pets. All right, but I was in class. I ain't gonna front. I was feeding my pet, bro. I was, man, in class. Hold up, team. Let me see. Give him a little food. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't hating on Tamagotchi. I will never go against Tamagotchi. I can't do it. Okay? Tamagotchi stomping Digimon. I'm sorry, Digimon. You don't stand a chance. You came along later. Yeah, you can man up. Yeah, you came along later with nut hairs. Okay? Well, with nut hairs. You came around with them. But guess what? Tamagotchi had a few first. Had a few before they fell off. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? Everybody don't remember. Who remembers? Okay, yeah. It's best, man, those don't remember the Tamagotchi, man. You know, you had to feed your Tamagotchi. Yo, hey, your Tamagotchi was pissed off if you ain't played with him. Remember that whole weekend you forgot? And you went to your book bag on that Sunday, get to your homework. Damn, I ain't doing it on Friday. Let me get to my homework early. You know what I'm saying? You pull out the Tamagotchi, you like, damn, I ain't feed you or nothing. Tamagotchi damn near croaked, bro. Damn near croaked. He was on the last little sliver. You said, oh, joint, let me bam. You did all the food. The Tamagotchi was mad. You gave him some food. You know what I'm saying? You played with him, all that. Pause. Let's go ahead. I'm saying that's my answer. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it, man. Now, I want to get to Petrix. Petrix, good comment. Let's go ahead. He said, I knew some guys that had a Tamagotchi back in the day. Then I stopped seeing people messing with them after a couple weeks. That shows you. I told you. I'm glad Petrix mentioned that. Now, hold on. I was supposed to have my studio stream up. That was my bad. The studio stream's supposed to be up so I can bring up the comments during the Choose Your Face segment. You know I had. Now, hold up. Hopefully this don't throw me out. Let me put Nick Moses 2 or something, right? Because when I'm entering the studio, I don't want to throw off the stream or nothing, okay? So I should be in as 2. Did it throw anything off? Let me look at the stream. Throw anything off? Let me look at this. Okay, very strange. I don't even think I'm in the right one. So nonetheless, we're going to close it. I'm not in there right. I'll bring up your comments in a second, okay? I'll bring your comments. Yo, shout out to TikTok. I see you. Big shout out. Big salute to Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? For the likes and sharing out the content. Thank you. You know, we on all different platforms. Shout out to those on X right now. But which one y'all got? My man, Petrix, already laid down, which was the truth. There were some folks that had Tamagotchi back in the day, and then they stopped fronting, man. They changed it up. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead. But I'm going to just say Tamagotchi for me, hands down. Once it switched over to the girls, I did drop it. I wasn't holding no Tamagotchi. The girls was feeding them and holding them, and they was really taking care of them. We was trying to, you know, play a little bit like, oh, I'm cool because I got a Tamagotchi. That was it. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, man, I'm going to start a fight with this one. I'm probably going to start a fight with this one. I didn't mean to start a fight, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't hit me. Don't. But I'm going to keep it real. Let's talk about it, y'all. I need to see what y'all saying in the chat before I even get to it. Which one are you choosing? Are you choosing Guitar Hero's guitar or Rock Band drums? This is a toughie. For all those people during that era of gaming, which one do you choose? Now, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of different accessories that came out for gaming around that time. But there's only one winner in my heart. There's only one winner that's going to take it. And that is, of course, Guitar Hero. Come on, man. It's not even close. All you Rock Band heads, oh, Rock Band, dude. Oh, it's Rock Band. Yes, Rock Band was good. The drums was good, all that. But I'm going to be real. Guitar Hero guitar, taking the world by storm. You got South Park episodes about it. You got all types of stuff. People, it has transcended. You still got a Guitar Hero community making games like with new sounds and all from the same version of Guitar Hero that released years ago. Like, come on, man. They got new soundtracks. Hey, man, have you played the new, how are you still having new stuff come along for Guitar Hero? After all these years, they're doing it. There is a community for that. I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about Rock Band, man. I'm just saying, I don't know about Rock Band. That's just me. Y'all might be left in the dust. So I got Guitar Hero, all day guitar, hands down. Bam, that was easy. You know what I'm saying? Very easy one. Let's move on to the next one. Bow. Ooh, see, we getting it. This is before y'all time, man. Before y'all time. Hey, La Yamba. Hey, La Yamba. Let me tell you something, Yamba. Let me tell you something. Like Fire Marshal Bill, man. Y'all don't know about this, but I'm going to go ahead and present it. You know what I'm saying? For all the young bucks out there, let me school y'all. Which one are you choosing? The expansion pack or the Rumble pack for N64? And I'm going to let you people know, and you people, yes, you people, those non-gamers who do not understand what they are. The expansion pack was needed for certain games. It enhanced the RAM on the system. I believe it took it from 4 gigabytes to 8 gigabytes. So you were able to play games like Donkey Kong 64. Maybe you wanted Perfect Dark to get that good resolution and everything. There were other games that were used for it. I'm not sure, but there were a couple games, and you needed to have this expansion pack. Or is it the Rumble pack? One of the infamous controller shakers, and I'm not going to lie. When I played Star Fox on N64, it felt weird if it didn't have a Rumble pack. I needed to know. I got shot. I'm trying to save Flippy ass from being stupid. And I don't know if it's Flippy. Is it Flippy? Slippy? I think it's Slippy. I don't know the damn frog name, but you know, the frog, I got to save all the damn time. And I'm sick of it. I need to know when the shots are happening, and the Rumble pack allowed that. What's my choice? Very easy. The Rumble pack. See, I know a lot of people might think the expansion pack, but I was able to get through a lot of the N64 era without I was able to get through the whole entire N64 era without ever having to use an expansion pack until late. So I think that's a testament to what it's about. Now, the Rumble Pack, a lot of people were looking for something that made the game feel more immersive. And the Rumble Pack actually shook pretty hard. So you got to feel like you were at least more in the game. And for me, it was the Rumble Pack. I don't know how everybody else felt, but I have to say, hands down, the Rumble Pack. Final answer. Now, let's go ahead and move on. And I hope this next one, I don't want to be, it ain't going to be too hard because I almost made y'all fight with the Rock Band Guitar Hero. I don't want to make y'all fight anymore. This is old school kick it to new school fools. The cats keep them jumping like kangaroos. Skewing on the Barbie we ain't trying to lose. Say, I be goddamn it, they didn't change the rules. Like, that's what this is. Okay? So, which one do you choose? Do you choose the DDR dance pad or the light gun? Now, I'm going to be honest, man. Light gun. It's not even close to me. The DDR, I understand that pad took the world by storm. You still have people playing DDR to this day. Light gun might not be as relevant today as DDR still is. I understand. But I'm sorry, the light gun time was a great time, man. Some of the best time. And you still want everybody, who am I? I'm not alone here. Watch. Who else wants to still have that Time Crisis experience? Who else still wants to play Time Crisis and have that gun? Clack it, clack it, clack it, clack it. Ooh, boy, you felt like you was really shooting them things. Okay? Baka, 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 baka. That's what I want. And I don't care what gun. Imagine Call of Duty had one of those right now and you were able to hold it and you was like, daka, 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 daka. It's great. I'm sorry, the light gun wins, hands down. I understand you DDR guys going up, down, up, left, right, left, right, down, up, left, right, up, down. I ain't doing it all day. And I'm a very rhythmic person. I love rhythm. But shit, I get tired. So the light gun, I'm sitting there. Light gun wins. My bad, I raged on that one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, hopefully I got this right. Okay. So, this is a toughie. Damn, I was about to say this, and I had to stop. Damn, this is a good one. Okay. Which one would you rather choose? Would you rather choose... This is tough, man. Would you rather choose your standard first-party controller, or would you rather choose your third-party turbo controller? This is something a lot of us dealt with. Sometimes you got third-party controllers now that have shown a lot of, now it's not like it was back in the day. You can get some third-party controllers that damn near feel better than first-party controllers. That is a fact. Okay, you can get some third-party, quote me, you can get some third-party controllers that feel better than first-party controllers today. But it was different back in the day, okay? And it wasn't like that for a long period of time. So I'm just going to say, this is a tough choice. But with me, I'm going with the turbo controller. Stop playing with it. Back in the day, there were a lot of games that you could not, I ain't gonna say you couldn't beat, but were very difficult because you had to rapidly press the button or you had to do certain things. So if you had turbo, there were games like track and field. There were games that you had to press the button to run in. There were games like Test Your Might, right? On Mortal Kombat, you got a little mini game. You playing Street Fighter, you got the bonus round. You could, throw a bunch of punches. The turbo button came in handy in so many different situations that you sacrificed the controller weight. You sacrificed the control pad. You also had programmable moves in a lot of them. So you sacrificed the control pad because you can program the move. That was difficult. I ain't gonna lie, it's almost a no-brainer for me. It is the turbo controller. Hands down, final answer. Bam! Got that one. Ooh, I don't see. So, okay, yes, that was. Without further ado, that was Choose Your Fate. Bow. There we go, y'all. I got it now. I'm gonna see how I can do this. I haven't done this before because we're doing restream differently. We are vertical and landscape, right? And when we do this, I want to bring people in. So I ain't done the whole bring people in thing, right? So I'm trying to bring people in right now. So I want to go ahead and see where, okay, it says stream started right here. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to see individuals. So I'm going to jump in. It says portrait landscape. I can see it. This is beautiful. Okay, let me bring it in front of me so I can keep my head straight. So I'm not sitting here turned. Now I can see chat. Can I see individuals who are coming in? I'm going to see if I can bring in. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. Let's see. Link to the stream. No, they don't got a link to the stream, though. We're going to figure this out. Why not? Everybody's here. We're tuned in. Okay, I got a couple difference. No, we don't want the back end stream. Okay, embedded chat. No, we got the chat already. I got a chat. Okay, who knows how to work Restream, man? Some of y'all are some Restream experts. When you do this through OBS, it's kind of like blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to see if I can bring people in. I'm going to try to change some things. Hold up. Let's see what this. Backtrack. No, I don't want no backtrack. Virtual. No, I don't want that. Restream vertical settings. No, I don't want that. Let's go to docs. Okay, I got stream information, vertical scene, stats. Okay, let's see. My stream information is up. My stream information correct. Yo, hold up. I got to have a way to put a link to it. So if I'm not doing it via web, I have no way to do. Yo, but we got quite a few tuning in. Yo, I'm going to just say this. Because we got to get DJC Money in to take us out on a lot of these. So what I'm going to do, everybody who's here, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I also have a lot of things I want to say right now while I'm trying to get DJC Money in. Okay? One thing I want to say is I do have an Amazon page where we have a lot of items that I show here for product of the day, things like that. You can just look up amazon.com/NickMoses05, or you can type in Amazon space NickMoses05. It will take you to it. My Amazon page has a lot of those gaming items. Also an eBay page, so you can just type in eBay NickMoses05. You will find a lot of those items as well. NickMoses05.com. You will find a lot of merch, like you will see this yourself. My goal right now is to have a lot of the merch here to be giving out giveaway merch for those who are on YouTube, Twitch, X, everybody here through Restream. I want to be able to do giveaways and things like that. So that's just one set of things. I have people who are on Twitch right now who have already earned games. Some during this stream have redeemed their games. I'm going to be getting that to you. If you are watching on YouTube, please comment and let me know any ways I could. I'm going to implement some ways to get you guys games as well. Steam keys, if you are interested, just let me know. Because I want to include that for everybody, not just one or two people. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to see if this works. All right, here we go. Chat, nah, that ain't gonna work. It don't. DJC Money, man. We're gonna change it. So what we'll probably do is DJC Money, I'm gonna bring you in for the other stream. So we'll probably, because I gotta get DJC Money. Hold on. Let me see if you're in the chat right now, DJC Money. You in the chat? I gotta bring you up, man. Hold on. Okay, DJC Money. There we go. I got the TikTok live monitor. Right? You should. Oh, there we go. Now, okay. What's good, Dr. Specimen? Good to see you, sir. Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all. For those who do not know, I got pictures with Dr. Specimen. Pretty tall guy, too, man. Which I already knew you were taller than me. Like, I ain't even. You know what I'm saying? I could tell by pictures how tall somebody is. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could really tell. So I already knew. I'm like, yeah, that's him. So DJC Money said, I'm waiting. Let me get the link in the chat. I'm trying to get the link to you, DJC Money. Work with me. It says pair channels. I click some of these buttons. I tear up the whole damn stream on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that vertical virtual camera. And then I'm starting that. And then I got the backtracking. It's backtracking and saving shit. Like, I don't need all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just need to go ahead and right now. Okay, studio mode. I'm going to see if I put it in studio mode. If that, I ain't going to touch studio mode because I don't need it in studio mode right now. Let's go ahead. Go to advanced. Let's see. Stream. Damn, it got to be some from Restream, bro. So Restream. You got to do something. So I'm going to say this to Restream, and I'm going to actually at Restream on this, man. You got to do something with bringing in guests, bro. It can't be this. You got to have something with bringing in guests. Okay, because I don't have a link. If anybody else, I have some people who could jump in, but right now, if I jump into the Restream in, I'm just going to let you guys know what I see. For anybody who want to purchase Restream in the future, right, this is what you're going to see. If you're streaming through OBS and you go live and then you go to your actual restream page. You can see your stream. You'll be able to see vertical. You'll be able to see landscape or portrait and landscape, how they refer to it. But you don't have anything else. You can see your analytics, how the frames per second, all that shit. You got your chat here. You can put in your chat. I can say what up. You know what I'm saying? I can say what up to y'all, all that shit. Like, this shit work perfectly, bro. This is crazy. I can do all that. Embed chat, settings. I can go to channels. I can do all that shit, but I can't put anybody in. I can't bring anybody in. I got Steam. I got stream keys. I got everything right here in front of me. Backup stream. I don't need a backup stream. Play a video of stream disconnects. I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? RTMP pull links. I don't need to do that. Web player. I don't need that. Embed. I don't need that. You pissing me off. I'm sorry, y'all. My fault. I shouldn't be doing that. This is a show. This is a professional show. At that. Okay. So what we gonna do is DJC Money. I'm going to make sure, especially, we do something to fix this. I'm going to actually talk with Restream and figure out how we can get individuals in. For those who do not know, DJC Money is our manager. It's a very important thing. We get him in for the end of these shows because DJC Money, when he runs the show and he don't get in, he might stop the funding. This shit might be shut down, y'all. And I don't want to shut the DJC Money. Please don't shut down the show, DJC Money. Please, man. I'm begging, man. You know, I already know the heat has been on good for a long time. The lights, everything. Please, DJ, somebody, I'm asking you, can you keep the show running for a little bit longer? I can't bring you in this week, but I'm going to fix this. I'm going to talk to you personally. We're going to make sure you can come in. You have the link. I can see you coming in through and see you coming in is mad pause-worthy. But I could see that you entered the chat through another way, but I can't bring you in through that way. So without further ado, y'all, I want to thank everybody from tuning in from YouTube to Facebook to Twitch to Twitter or X. You know what I mean? Who else we leaving out? I said Facebook. Okay, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X. Who else? I feel like I'm leaving somebody out. I got TikTok. But everybody, goddamn it, I don't know. Anyways, y'all, we out. Love the hell out of y'all.